So on Halloween, we got the story about TV show host Wendy Williams fainting on live TV, and she was also wearing the Statue of Liberty Halloween costume. And in this video, I'm going to talk about gematria, which is the practice of coding numbers into words, and I'm going to show you why we got this story on Halloween. If you're new to the channel, please check out the links in the description. It'll explain a lot more of what I'm talking about and why I am talking about it. But gematria is the practice of coding numbers into words, and all of our mainstream media articles are coded this way. Our sports leagues are scripted this way, and our told history is all scripted by this system. So please check out some other videos I have and the links in the description and apply it for yourself. I'll leave a link to a calculator so you don't have to do the math in your head. It's very, very simple though. But anyway, the reason that we got this story about Wendy Williams on Halloween and fainting is because Halloween in gematria, we'll just pull it up here, Halloween equals 40 in reverse gematria. Also, if you read out statue equals 40, that was her costume. And even if you just read out fainted, it equals 40 in gematria. And it also said, the article said that, she fainted because she overheated. And if you just write out overheat in gematria, overheat, type it out really quick for you, overheat equals 40 in gematria, also 41 in reverse, just like Halloween, the opposite of Halloween. And when I looked up the Statue of Liberty, you find out that the Statue of Liberty, if my internet will load here, well, the Statue of Liberty is located on 40 degrees north and 74 degrees west, latitude and longitude. And that's interesting because Halloween costume in gematria equals 74, Wendy Williams equals 74, Wendy Joan Williams equals 74, and it's located on 74 degrees west. She's dressed up as the Statue of Liberty, also 40 degrees north, and Halloween equals 40, fainted, statue. A super fitting day for a story about the Statue of Liberty and fainting. Even her signature saying or whatever on the show, she always says, "How you doing? How you doing equals 40 in gematria." And it was the How You Doing Halloween costume contest even. Also, this came on the same day as the Manhattan attack that we got, that started on West Houston Street, and they interviewed a guy with a Houston Astros hat. And then the next day, the Houston Astros won the World Series on a day that syncs up with New York as well. The 11/1, New York equals 111 in gematria. If you recall in 2015, when the Mets lost to the Kansas City Royals, Matt Harvey, in, what was it, game 5, he wouldn't come out of the game until 100. He pitched 111 pitches, all synced up by the numbers. That was also the 111th World Series, fitting for New York to be in there. And it came to an end on 11/1, right? Tons of other stuff. I have videos on it from way back. But Matt Harvey was also the first pitcher to pitch against Houston in Houston just after Hurricane Harvey this year. How interesting. Matt Harvey against, right after Hurricane Harvey. Then all the Harvey Weinstein stuff comes out in the media. It's so obvious that it is all pre-planned. I don't know how people don't catch on to the buzzwords and stuff like that, but just pay attention. This type of stuff happens all of the time. Anyway, in regards to the Manhattan attack, if you write out Manhattan attack, it equals 40 in gematria. Fitting for Halloween that equals 40, synced up to this, the Statue of Liberty that's connected to the New York area. And anyway, I looked up the show here, and the main guest was Jerry O'Connell. And this show is also filmed in New York. And Wendy Williams is from New Jersey, where they said that the attacker was from. By the way, look, the attacker's name, let's look it up really quick. The attacker's name, let's see if I can find it here. His name equals 111 in gematria. Pull it up. Let me find it. Right here. This was his big old name here. Sayfulo something something Saipov. I'll just prove to you that it equals 111, fitting for an attack in New York and whatnot. 111 in gematria. Just his first name, also 111 in gematria. And October. October also equals 111 in gematria. That happened on the 31st of October on Halloween, on a date numerology of 78, right? 78. 10 plus 31 plus 20 plus 17 equals 78. New York also equals 78 in the reverse method. A super fitting day for this Manhattan attack and whatever else. Even Manhattan equals 29, and the shooter supposedly, or the guy driving the deal was supposedly 29 years old. So all these stories always end up. But moral of the story, he was supposedly from New Jersey, where Wendy Williams is from. The show is aired in New York, and the main guest, Jerry O'Connell, on the show, of course, born in Manhattan, New York City. Super synced up to this attack. That's why she was dressed as the Statue of Liberty. October 31st is also the day that leaves 61 days in the year. And in gematria, Wendy Williams equals 61. So, fitting day for Wendy Williams to be in the mainstream media, the day that leaves 61 days in the year. Her name equals 61. Also in Jewish gematria, this is the most interesting thing in regards to New York and her being the Statue of Liberty. In Jewish gematria, her name is 3,119. Her full name, Wendy Joan Williams. And the reason this is significant is because the 1993 World Trade Center bombing was exactly 3,119 days before 9/11/2001. And the reason it's so important that it's Jewish gematria is because, the Zionist Jews are the people who are responsible for 9/11. They even have a fast day called Tisha B'Av that they celebrate, it's a fast day in regards to the destruction of the two temples. And look what that equals in Jewish gematria. 911, just like Al-Qaeda terrorist attack equals 911 in Jewish gematria. So her name equaling this, super significant. Also, 3,119 is the 444th prime number, which is this big number in regards to all kinds of very important things throughout history. The word Masonic equals 444, Jesus equals 444, cross, Messiah, gospel, all of these numbers coinciding with it or whatever equal 444. That's why Pope Francis gave a speech in Philadelphia when he came to the United States, and he started it at exactly 4:44 p.m. because Philadelphia is in the book of Revelation. It's all important. It's all by the same system, all by these numbers. Right now we have Pope Francis, who is the first Jesuit pope, or, first supposed Jesuit pope. And the Jesuits just celebrated their 477th anniversary, which means this year is now 33 years after the 444th anniversary. And that 444th anniversary was also in 1984. Jesuit equals 84 in gematria. Think about the book 1984, but Jesus supposedly died on the cross aged 33, right? So this is 33 years after the 444th anniversary, and Jesus equals 444. A very important, year in regards to Jesus and all of the symbolism and the two towers. The last thing that I wanted to point out was a lot of people always talk about the transgender stuff, and in Hollywood everybody's a tranny and whatever else. I don't really get into all of that. I'm not doubting it because, some of the people really do look like trannies. Who really knows? It's kind of one of them things that I just don't like getting into a whole lot, just because it's so hard to completely prove, to a T. It's not like gematria where it's literally easier to see, I can't literally cannot prove that somebody is a transgender. I can't prove the earth is flat, you know, and it's never going to be proved unless we can fly to space and see it for yourself, you know. So I just try not to focus on that. Whether it's true or not, I'm not disagreeing either way. I'm just saying I don't focus on this. But in regards to that, the Statue of Liberty does look pretty manly, and we've been told all throughout history that it is a woman, but other people have said that it is Apollo, which is, you know, a man, and it could also be Columbia. We're completely lied to all of the time, so you know, I really don't exactly know for sure what the Statue of Liberty truly represents, but in regards to it looking manly and people saying that it is Apollo, and Wendy Williams looks pretty manly herself, the name Wendy in gematria equals 64, and she was born in the year 64, and she's age 53, which is very fitting for the word transgender because it equals 53 and 64. I just documented about the first transgender that's going to be on Playboy and Playboy's 64th anniversary of a magazine or whatever. Hugh Hefner equals 64. Even Bruce Jenner's name, his real name is William Jenner. I'll show you really quick. William Jenner, 64. Remember, he posed on Vanity Fair. Vanity Fair equals 64, 53. Show you the word transgender. And just think about all of that since Donald Trump's been the president, or just before he was the president. Now we have the transgender bathroom law, the trying to do the transgender military ban. It's just something that's really big in the media right now. And Wendy Williams is just fitting for the story, looks very manly, has connections to the numbers that are connected to transgender and whatnot. So I talked about this in the last video, so we'll leave it at that. Hopefully you understand. Hopefully you can use this gematria calculator. Come to this website. I'll leave a link in the description. Go to the media stories and try to apply this for yourself. Pay attention to themes that are going on in the media, like such as the transgender stuff. You'll start seeing how all of these stories are kind of interrelated and whatnot, just as this one was connected to the Manhattan attack, and it even has the same gematria to back it up. So have a good one. If you're new, please apply this knowledge for yourself. We need more people applying this knowledge. The more people that are applying this knowledge, the more we can learn and truly understand what the real purpose is and what is truly going on in this world, and how to take it back and quit being ruled over by these elite people who have been using this knowledge for as long as, clear back to Julius Caesar or before. So have a good one. Peace.